You know, this is why I laugh when people say racism doesn't exist. Now, this couple, Charles and Tiandra Wilson, wanted to get married, wanted to tie the knot, be, the percentage of black folks who are actually married and not baby daddies and, baby mamas. They actually wanted to start a family together. Actually, they already had, because I believe it was a 9-year-old daughter who was involved with. I don't know if that was from a previous relationship or what, but they were trying to tie that knot and make the next step. And they go to this church, Mississippi. We already know right there. They go to this church and say, hey, we want to get married. I guess they had, visited the church several times, figure, hey, it's a nice church. Let's tie the knot here. And they get turned away because this racist church, a lot of the members in the congregation was saying, well, we've never had a black couple get married here. And, since the church was open, which I believe was in 1883, and, they threatened the pastor, who was white, and saying, hey, we're going to get you fired, and you probably won't be a pastor if you allow this to go on. And, this is when, your integrity comes in, and I would say your leadership as a pastor, because I felt like, when they told this pastor this pastor should have had some balls and say, you know what, there is no race, and there is no, gender or segregation by, our bank accounts when it comes to tying a knot and serving the Lord. And I felt like this pastor should have been like, yo, I don't give a damn what you think, I'm going to allow this couple to get married here. But, in today's society, we have a lot of cowards. But, the pastor goes to him and say, hey, there's a problem. A lot of members in the congregation don't want you guys to get married here. How about we have the ceremony, at another church that's more, black. And, they said, at first it was like, we don't want to do that because, how is it going to look that saying, tell our 9-year-old daughter, hey, we can't get married at this church because we're black, But, all in all, they end up getting married at the more, predominantly black church. But it just goes to show you that, racism still exists, and a lot of these churches are just, business, and it's segregated just like the world from race. And, that's why you have a lot of these people who are not really joining these churches anymore, and they're just, they're staying at home watching somebody on TV, or, just reading their Bible. And, I can even think from my point of view. I grew up in the church. I used to go to Sunday school, Easter play, Christmas play, you name it. I was there. But, as I got older, and I started moving around, living in different places, I started to notice what a lot of these churches was about. And it was more or less of a business. It wasn't to, get people on the right track with the Lord, or build a bigger relationship with the Lord. It was more or less of a business tactic. How much you gonna pay your tithes and everything. How much you gonna help the church out. That's what I noticed as I got older. And now I don't necessarily go to church every Sunday. Every now and then, I'll pop up, go visit a church or whatever. But for the most part, Sundays, I'll read my Bible or whatever. I'll check out Joel Osteen. I like that guy. But, I'm just a spiritual person. I'm not really somebody who is, who you would say is religious. And then it's a big damn difference between somebody who is religious and somebody who is spiritual. But, this is just a sad situation that, here in 2012, we still have people who are racist to this extent where you don't even want people to come and get married. They didn't ask to live in your house. They didn't ask to, for you to even give them a job. They just want to get married. And they were planning to join the church after they got married. They weren't just, using up the church, say, okay, well, this looks like a nice, clean church or whatever. Let's have our ceremony here and then, let's bounce. They were planning to join, and be members. But it goes to show you that a lot of these congregations are about, your race, and it's about, your bank account. And, me personally, I don't feel like the Lord wanted all these different religions. You know, if you look at it, it's like my religion against your religion. I don't believe that it was supposed to go like that. I think we all are part of the Lord, however you want to look at it, whether it's from a flesh standpoint or it's from just a spiritual standpoint. I feel like we all are under the same globe, and it wasn't meant to be like that. But you know, somehow to gain power and to gain, you know, to make segregation and to control people, they start breaking off into these little groups. But I mean, you know, that's a whole nother topic. But you know, I mean, Mississippi, you know, we already know down there it's a lot of racism. I believe that's the poorest state in America, and it's, you know, it's just all over the world. It's just, it needs to stop. And you know, for y'all out there, I know it's majority white people, y'all think that racism doesn't exist. And, you know, I was talking to a white guy the other day, and he was telling me, you know, in his opinion, racism doesn't exist, and you know, it's a figment of people's imaginations, and if anything, there's prejudice against same-sex marriages. And you know, I told him, you know, I said I respectfully, you know, disagree with you, because you know, I felt like that statement was bullshit. Because me being somebody that's black in this country, oh yeah, we know that this racism exists. You know, I can't even drive in certain neighborhoods without getting pulled over by the cops. So I mean, you know, that's bullshit to say racism doesn't exist, because it's here and it's alive, and I doubt it'll be going anywhere anytime soon, if ever. But you know, if y'all want to check out this story, go in the description box, click the link, check it out. That's all I gotta say. You know, rate up, subscribe. For y'all that's out there being racist, I mean, you know, not racism, but for y'all out there that's being racist and, you know, starting animosity and, you know, trying to segregate people off a little bullshit like this, stop that shit, man, because we're not going to move as a people until people start accepting people that are different from them. But, you know, that's all I got to say. You know, if you want people to pay their tithes and you want people to support your church, hey, you accept them as a whole. Have some goddamn integrity. Stand up. Stop doing what people always want you to do. But I'm out, y'all. Peace.